Enter death's waiting room, if you dare. Below the crypt lies
Theme Time Radio.
It's nighttime in the big city. A female announcer dresses like me. A skeleton puts on a fat suit. I gotta put some gas in my car, but I don't want to put it in the tank. I don't want to conform to what everyone else is doing. I know I won't smoke that night, though. It's Theme Time Radio Hour with your host, Bob Dylan.
Once upon a midnight veery, as I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as if someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door, "only this, and nothing more." Thus begins the epic poem, The Raven, by Edgar Allan Poe. And it's only appropriate to talk about Poe, for he's the master of the macabre. And this week on Theme Time Radio Hour, we're going to look at the spooky world of ghosts and golems, witches and warlocks, vampires, and other things that go bump in the night, because it's Halloween. We got some tricks for you and some treats, so get yourself a bag of candy and settle in. We're going to start things off with Born Under a Bad Sign. Here's Albert King.
Born on a bad sign, been down since I began to crawl. If it wasn't for bad luck, you know I wouldn't have no luck at all. Hard luck and trouble been my only friend. I've been on my own ever since I was 10. Born on a bad sign, been down since I began to crawl. If it wasn't for bad luck, you know I wouldn't have no luck at all. I can't read, I didn't know how to write. My whole life has been one big fight. Born on a bad sign, I've been down since I began to crawl. If it wasn't for bad luck, I said I wouldn't have no luck at all. That ain't no lie. You know, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have no kind of luck. If it wasn't for real bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. You know, wine and women is all I crave. A big leg woman gonna carry me to my grave. Born on the bad side, I've been down since I began to crawl. If it wasn't for bad luck, I tell you I wouldn't have no luck at all. Yeah, I'm a bad luck boy. Been having bad luck all of my days, yeah.
That was Albert King. He says he was born under a bad sign. He was born on May 25th, which makes him a Gemini. Geminis are curious, good multitaskers, and in Albert King's case, they play guitar left-handed. It's Halloween on Theme Time Radio Hour. We'll be looking at superstitions all night tonight. The superstition about a black cat may have gotten its start during the witch hunts of the Middle Ages. when cats were thought to be connected to evil. Since then, it's been considered bad luck if a black cat crosses your path. However, in Britain and Japan, having a black cat cross your path is considered good luck. While they drive on the other side of the road there too. Tommy Collins wrote and sang a song on this very subject. Here he is, throwing away his good felt hat, Black Cat.
Well, a black cat crossed my path. I turned around when I saw that. Then I threw away my good felt hat. Then I walked on down the road. I took a stroll down by the sea, hoping no more cats to see. Then I heard a meow right behind me, so I took steps on another road. Black cat, black cat, black cats all around me. I went over to the dog pound. I didn't think I'd see any cats around, but I saw two black ones lying on the ground, so I found another way to go. I sat down beneath a live oak tree. I saw a little girl, she was lonely. She had a black cat, but it didn't scare me, 'cause I liked her right well right off. Black cat, black cat, black cats all around me. I sat down beside her and talked a little bit. I sure was lucky, I made a big hit. I smiled at the kitty and petted it, 'cause a black cat never hurt me. Well, to make a long story short and sweet, you can't blame a cat for crossing the street. It even seemed like they helped me to meet the pretty little lonely girl. Black cat, you're not unlucky to me. We're gonna have two or three. Black cat, we're gonna have two or three.
That was Tommy Collins and Black Cat. The guitarist on a lot of Tommy's Capitol recordings later went on to have quite a career of his own. His name was Buck Owens, and I bet you heard of him.
What shameful things happened to the women in Dr. Tarr's torture dungeon. This new Edgar Allan Poe film is filled with terror, suspense, and horror. The biggest and best of the Edgar Allan Poe films, Dr. Tarr's torture dungeon will etch itself into your mind with shock after naked shock. Dr. Tarr's torture dungeon.
All right then, let's get back to more music with Johnny Otis. Johnny is a piano player, a drummer, a vibes player, a singer, and a talent scout, and also a sculptor and a painter. At the height of rock and roll, he signed with Capitol Records and had a big hit with Willie and the Hand Jive. Around that same time, he recorded this song using the same beat and Marie Adams and the 3 Tons of Joy. Here's Casting My Spell on You, Johnny Otis.
I took a black cat, a cave bat, and threw them in a pot. I took a blue snake, a green snake, and tied them in a knot. I took a hawk jaw, a dog's paw, and hung them on the line. I took a horsehair, a green pear, and made a crazy sign. I'm casting my spell on you. I'm casting my spell on you. I'm casting my spell on you. You'll never, never be untrue. I took a goat's tooth, an old shoe, and put them in the ground. I took an old dish, a dry fish, and made a crazy sound. I took a goose egg, a frog leg, and hit them in a sack. I got a Hindu to tattoo a genie on my back. I'm casting my spell on you. I'm casting my spell on you. I'm casting my spell on you. You'll never, never be untrue. Hey. a black cat, a cave that, and threw them in the pot. I took a blue snake, a green snake, and tied them in a knot. I took a hawk jaw, a dog's paw, and hung them on the line. I took a horsehair, a green pear, and made a crazy sign. I'm casting my spell on you. I'm casting my spell on you. I'm casting my spell on you. You'll never be untrue. 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 You'll never be untrue.
That was Johnny Otis with a Hindu, a tattoo, and a genie on his back. If you want to cast a spell, you gotta use one of the magic words. Perhaps the most famous one is abracadabra. It's a very old word. It first turned up in a 2nd century poem. Another famous one is hocus pocus, which has been around since at least the 17th century. It's been plausibly suggested that hocus pocus is much older, perhaps even a corruption of the Latin words hoc est anim corpus meum, for this is my body, spoken during the Roman Catholic Mass, when the wine and the wafer are said to be transformed into the body and blood of Christ. Other magic words are presto, open sesame, and alakazam. But to me, the most magical words are please and thank you.
You are too late. My blood now flows through her veins. She will live through the centuries to come, as I have lived.
You find a lot of creatures out on Halloween. You might see a werewolf, you might see Frankenstein, or you might see a vampire. Denzel Lang is warning you to beware of the vampire.
Young man, beware of the vampire. For when she burn you one time, you will never better. And so she hot, and so she fat, and she's just hot, like a bat. Anywhere you go, you can hear about the vampire. She had a known as the greatest undertaker. She burned me once, she burned me twice. Take my advice, it isn't nice. She's hot, and she's just hot, like a bat. Anywhere you go, you can hear about the vampire. She had a known.
Look out, beware of the vampire. Denzel was a reggae musician. He played on a lot of the records produced by Lee Scratch Perry, including records by the Heptones, Jimmy Cliff, and Toots and the Maytals. Vampires are mythical creatures typically believed to be the reanimated corpses of human beings. During the 18th century, there was a major vampire scare in Eastern Europe. Even government officials frequently got dragged into the hunting and staking of vampires. Our politicians today don't hunt for vampires. They're too busy being bloodsuckers. It's Halloween on Theme Time Radio Hour, and we'd have to pay a fine to the government if we didn't play this. One of the greatest, spookiest, and most compelling records ever made. Screamin' Jay Hawkins.
I put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Stop the things you do. What's up? put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Oh, yeah. Stop the things you do. Without, I ain't lying. Oh, oh, I love you. I love you. I love you anyhow. I don't care if you don't want me. I'm yours right now. I'll put a spell on you. Because you're mine.
That was Screamin' Jay Hawkins with I Put a Spell on You. Screamin' Jay felt right at home on Halloween. He'd climb out of a coffin, carry a flaming skull, and arrive at a gig in a hearse. How about that?
Death, eternal punishment for anyone who opens this casket in the name of Amun-Ra, the king of the gods. Good heavens, what a terrible curse.
Well, let's see what's inside.
Wait! You have read the curse.
There's a lot of famous curses. Perhaps the most famous is the curse of King Tut. It is said on the entrance to his tomb, death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king. But that's not true. The ancient Egyptians never put curses on their tombs. Worse than curses, the tomb contained poison mold spores, and that's what caused the death of all the tomb robbers. Even though jazz was an American creation, it didn't take long for people across the pond to join in with the swinging sounds. Here's London native Nat Ganella playing along with his Georgians on a version of Skeleton in the Closet. Nat was inspired by Louis Armstrong and Louis Prima. Here he sings a song about the old skeletons in the closet and the witches in stitches. Nat Ganella and his Georgians.
Spooks were having the midnight fling. The merry-making was in full swing. They shrieked themselves into a cheerful trance when the skeleton in the closet started to dance. A goblin giggled with fiendish glee. A shout rang out from the big banshee. Amazement was in every ghostly glance when the skeleton in the closet started to dance. All the witches were in stitches while the steps made rhythmic thumps, and they nearly dropped the broomsticks when he tried to do the bumps. You never heard such unearthly laughter or such hilarious groans when the skeleton in the closet rattled his bones. Oh, yeah.
That was Nat Ganella and his Georgians. Skeleton in the Closet on the Theme Time Radio Hour Costume Ball. What are you wearing? Viv Stanchel led a group called the Bonzo Dog Band. They started off as a traditional jazz band and did vaudeville routines in swinging London. They had one single that hit the British top 5 in 1968. It was called I'm the Urban Spaceman, and it was produced by Paul McCartney. Also in the group was Neil Innes, who did a lot of music for the guys in Monty Python, and as a matter of fact, wrote all the songs for the Ruddles. Here's a song that Viv Stanchel wrote. It's called Look Out, There's a Monster Coming.
Lonely, unmarried, looking for love, life was passing me by. So I sent off my photo, hobbies and age, magazine marriage I'd try. They say for centuries lovely Japanese girls have been trained in the art of pleasing men. Be lonely no more, open destiny's door. For $1 they arrange a meeting. My image was wrong, I didn't like me, so I changed my personality. I bought a deluxe Merseybeat wig, but it was a size too big. What confidence in my new built-up shoes, so smart for winter or summer, undetectable in normal everyday use. Look out, there's a monster coming. Bye-bye binoculars and Macintosh, everything is just great. I take elocution, learn to speak posh, but still I can't find a mate. Be popular, learn to play the guitar. In 7 days you could be strumming. Be sociable, learn kissing technique. Look out, there's a monster coming. For my canopy clothes, I reshaped my nose. Plastic surgery's best. To cut down my weight, off comes my left leg. I pass the swimming costume test. On my sideboard, through long road my aftershave pong. I know my nude nose ain't running. What's wrong with my tie? Am I getting too high? Look out, there's a monster coming. Disfiguring ugly in my facial hair, I had removed electrically. I rejuvenated my energy cells and regained my virility. Grunt, grunt, he put my hand on my heart, I interchanged any part. He had a machine for a mommy. Please be gentle with me, I come to pieces, literally. Look out, there's a monster coming. 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 Look out, there's a monster coming.
That was the Bonzo Dog Band with Look Out, There's a Monster Coming. A scary record indeed.
Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat on Halloween. Trick or treat on Halloween. Never any tricks, but lots of treats on your Halloween station. Here's a salutation, a musical treat from your Halloween station. Happy Halloween!
Eugene Fox recorded under the name The Sly Fox. He never wanted to be a singer. He was a saxophone player in Ike Turner's band, but Ike Turner loved the way he sang. As a matter of fact, on the song we're about to play, called Who Do You Say, Fox thought the band was only practicing and was surprised to find out that Ike had recorded it and released it. He ended up playing with Turner's band for less than a year, and you won't believe what he did after that. He quit music and became a high school principal. Now just imagine if your principal sounded like this.
Now something's going on that I can't sense. My baby leave home, nobody knows where she went. I hate to do it, but I guess I may. I'm going to do what the hoodoo say. Get some of your hair and boil it in a pot. Take some of your clothes, tie them in a knot. Put them in a snuff can, bury them under the step. Then you wouldn't want, baby, nobody else. So, hey, slick, baby, I got my eyes on you. When I catch you, baby, no telling what I might do. What's done in the dark must come to the light. I know she done wrong and trying to keep it out of sight. I've been trying to take it just to keep peace, but she giving away my money. Now I can't eat. But I've got a plan to stop this mess. I'll put some of her hair in the bird's nest. If that don't get it, and get it at once, I'll try hoodoo. Use the run of a stump. Stay slick, baby. I've got my eyes on you. When I catch you, baby, no telling what I might do. Something I want you to know. I hate to do it, but I guess I may. I'm going to do what the hoodoo say. Get some of your hair and boil it in a pot. Take some of your clothes, tie them in a knot. Put them in a snuff can, bury them under the step. Then you wouldn't want, baby, nobody else. So stay, stay, baby. I've got my eyes on you. When I catch you, baby, no telling what I might do.
That was the Sly Fox on Theme Time Radio Hour. Theme Time Radio Hour. Theme Time Radio Hour.
Theme Time Radio Hour.
Halloween is a time of superstition, and no one knows more about superstition than Stevie Wonder. This is from Stevie's album, Talking Book. Superstition.
superstition its way. Very superstitious, nothing more to say. Very superstitious, the devil's on its way. 13 months old baby, with the look in face. 7 years of bad luck, the things in your face. And you believe in things that you don't understand, and you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. No, no, no.
That was Stevie Wonder with Superstition. He wrote this song originally for guitarist Jeff Beck, but his record label convinced him to put it out himself, and it became a big hit. Another guitarist who recorded a version was Stevie Ray Vaughan, who put it on his 1986 live album. All in all, a great song, no matter who does it. While we're on the subject of superstition, if your right hand itches, you're gonna come into money. As Shakespeare said in Julius Caesar, let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are much condemned for having an itching palm. Among the most popular superstitions are walking under a ladder. Common folklore had it that bad luck would fall upon you if you walked beneath an open ladder and passed through the triangle of evil ghosts and spirits. Mac Rabenack is a New Orleans native. He's probably better known as Dr. John. And on this record, from the late 50s, he pays tribute to the local horror movie host that he used to watch, Margus the Magnificent. He was a quintessential mad scientist. He was assisted by his executioner sidekick, Chopsley, and performed well-intentioned experiments that would often go wrong and blow up in his face.
Who are these idiots to criticize and can't see my genius to recognize? It was I, Morgus, who performed the first organ transplant, but being the appendix, they turned down my grant.
Here's Margus the Magnificent by Dr. John, the ghoul who steals his shell on TV.
On Saturday night when I go for my date, my baby and I just sit and wait for
Margus the Magnificent.
We don't go out to roll and rock. We get our kicks from the house and shop. He's got shaggy hair and a graveyard stare. Vampire blood spilled everywhere. That's
Margus the Magnificent.
We don't go out to roll and rock. We get our kicks from the house and shop. If you want a thrill, turn the lights down low. Except for the ghoul who steal the show. See,
Margus the Magnificent.
we don't go out to roll and rock. We get our kicks from the house and shop. go steal the show. See,
Argus, the Magnificent.
we don't go after rolling rock. We get our kick from the house of shots.
That was Margus the Magnificent by Dr. John, a fellow you want to hear every Halloween. Before there were 1,000 TV stations, you had to pick and choose and search out the things you love. Horror movies were often on only late at night. My favorite of the horror movie hosts was a woman named Mila Nurmi, who created the character Vampira. Her portrayal of this character was influential for decades. Mila was a girlfriend of James Dean as she introduced films while wandering through a hallway of mists and cobwebs while wearing a form-fitting, low-cut black gown. I'd love to find her some dark Halloween night.
They come from the bowels of hell, a transformed race of walking dead, zombies guided by a master plan for complete domination of the earth. Plan 9 from outer space. Starring the most nightmarish cast ever, Bela Lugosi, the seductive Vampira, and Tor Johnson as the Walking Dead. For a glimpse of things to come, see this blast of screen suspense, for it could be happening right now.
You know, we get a lot of requests by email. That's one of the things email's good for, and we try to answer as many requests as possible. Here's one from Morgan Broman from Alexandria, Virginia. Morgan writes, Bob, I'll peg you for a Louis Prima fan. I was in New Orleans when he was alive. I asked the cab driver if he knew Louis. He said no, but I know his brother. That's what I love about New Orleans. I'd love to hear Louis sometime, or Keely Smith, or even Sam Butera, his crazy sax man. Keep scheming, Morgan Broman. Well, Morgan, you pegged me correct. I am a Louis Prima fan from way back. Here's Louis, Keely, and that wild sax man, Sam, doing their Halloween classic, that old black magic.
Old black magic has me in a spell.
Oh, black magic that you weave so well.
Those icy fingers up and down my spine.
The same old witchcraft when your eyes meet mine.
Same old tingle that I feel inside.
And then that elevator starts its ride.
Down and down I go.
Round and around I go.
Like a leaf caught in a tide.
I should stay away, but what can I do? I hear your name and I'm aflame.
Flame, burn the desire
that only your kiss
put out the fire. For you're the lover I have waited for.
You're the maid that fate had me created for. And every time your lips meet mine,
baby, down and down I go. Round and round I go. In a spin, loving the spin I'm in. Under the old black magic called love.
Oh, in a spin, loving the spin I'm in. Under the old black magic called love. In a spin, loving the spin I'm in. Under the old black magic called love. I should stay away, but what can I do? I hear your name and I'm aflame.
Flame, burn the desire
that only your kiss
put out the fire. For you're the lover I have waited for.
You're the maid that fate had me created for. And every time your lips meet mine,
baby, down and down I go. Round and round I go. In a spin, loving the spin I'm in. Under the old black magic called love.
in a spin, loving the spin I'm in. Under the old black magic called love. In a spin, love in a spin I'm in. Under the old black magic called love. Under the old black magic called love.
That was Louis Prima, along with Keely Smith and Sam Butera, under that old black magic called love. One of the best parts of Halloween is looking out your window and seeing what the neighbor kids are wearing. Here's some of the most popular costumes from last year. Spider-Man, Princess, Witch, Vampire, Monster, SpongeBob, Ninja, Athlete. That's not much of a costume. Coming in at number 9 is Ghost. And we got a great song about ghosts. One of the wildest things you ever heard. Mr. Ghost Goes to Town by Zeke Manners and his Swingbillies. He wrote perhaps 100 songs over his career. The best known was the Pennsylvania Polka. He also wrote a bunch of songs with Buddy Ebsen, who starred as Jed Clampett in the television version of the Beverly Hillbillies. I say the television version because Zeke had a band known as the Beverly Hillbillies during the 40s and 50s. Here is Zeke doing a Halloween hoedown called Mr. Ghost Goes to Town.
Who's there? Who's there? Up there on the stairs. Beware, beware, I hear somebody coming upon his toes. Oh look, there he goes. Why, Mr. Ghost is going to town. He takes his cane, his gloves and his hat, and like a cat he hurries down the alley. The moon is bright, and this is the night when Mr. Ghost is going to town. And he can't be late. He's got a date to do a little stepping, a shakes his bones to hot saxophones, 'cause Mr. Ghost is going to town. And he can't be late. He's got a day to do a little stepping. He'll shake his bones to hot saxophone, 'cause Mr. Ghost is going to town.
Come on, fellas, now listen to me, 'cause here's the place where we change the key. Swinging in just like a clown. Hear him swing the music round and round. Throwing a yodel and do it up round. Oodle-dee, sop-oo, sop-oo, sop, yodel-dee, sop-oo, sop-oo, sop, yodel-dee, sop-oo, sop-oo, sop. Oodle-dee.
That was Zeke Manners and his Swingbillies talking about Mr. Ghost and his journey into town. During the later years of his life, Zeke occasionally did stand-up comedy and was seen in a few movies written and directed by his nephew, Albert Brooks, and can also be seen in the 1987 movie Barfly, featuring Mickey Rourke.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot him in the head. That's a sure way to kill him. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat him or burn him. They go up pretty easy.
Are they slow-moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Zombies can also be seen on Halloween. You're not going to believe who we have singing about them. This is a record by a man who recorded under the name The Charmer. His real name is Louis Eugene Walcott, but I'm going to tell you the name you know him by after we play the song. Here's Zombie Jamboree, the Charmer, on Theme Time Radio Hour.
Oh, was a Zombie Jamboree, took place in a New York cemetery. Was a Zombie Jamboree, took place in Woodlawn Cemetery. Zombies from all parts of the island, some of them were great Calypsonian. Since the season was carnival, they got together in Bacchanal and they singing back to back, belly to belly. I don't care a damn, I done that already. Back to back, belly to belly was a Zombie Jamboree. I hear the chorus, back to back, belly to belly. I don't care a damn, I done that already. Back to back, belly to belly was a Zombie Jamboree. One female Zombie wouldn't behave. See how she jumping on the grave. In one hand she holding a quarter rum, with the other hand she knocking conga drum. The lead singer start to make his rhyme, while the other Zombie rattling their bones in time. One bystander had this to say: it was a thrill to see the Zombie break away. And what they singing? Back to back, belly to belly. I don't care a damn, I done dead already. Back to back, belly to belly was a Zombie Jamboree. I hear the chorus, back to back, belly to belly. I don't care a damn, I done dead already. Back to back, belly to belly was a Zombie Jamboree. Left and right things getting sweet, till the bystander mash the Zombie feet. The Zombie raise his finger to warn. He say, mister, take care, you mash me corn. The funniest thing you could ever see was a Zombie eating codfish and punji. I never see more Moby or Ginger Bear than at the Zombie parade which took place last year. And what they singing? Back to back, belly to belly. I don't care a damn, I done dead already. Back to back, belly to belly was a Zombie Jamboree. I hear the chorus, back to back, belly to belly. I don't care a damn, I done dead already. Back to back, belly to belly was a Zombie Jamboree.
That was Zombie Jamboree by the Charmer, Louis Eugene Walcott. In 1955, while headlining a show in Chicago entitled Calypso Follies, Mr. Walcott first came in contact with the teachings of the Nation of Islam, a group which he now leads under the name Louis Farrakhan. A very talented fella.
Oh, relax. Now that we've seen the last of Dracula, the Wolfman and the Monster, there's nobody to frighten us anymore.
Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to get in on the excitement.
Who said that?
Our next artist is considered a one-hit wonder, but his one hit comes back year after year. Bobby Boris Pickett was fascinated by Boris Karloff. He worked up quite a good imitation of Boris and wrote a song along with his friend Leonard Capizzi. The song became a smash in 1962, hitting #1 on October 20th, just in time for Halloween. It comes back year after year, and here it is again, the Halloween classic, The Monster Mash.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash.
he did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrode.
They did the mash.
They did the monster
The
mash.
monster mash.
It was a graveyard
They
smash.
did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They did the mash.
they did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker Five. They played the Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash. It got on in a flash. They played the Monster Mash. Out from his coffin, Drac's voice did ring. Seemed he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
It's now the mash.
It's now the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
And it's a graveyard smash.
It's now the mash.
It's caught on in a flash.
It's now the mash.
It's now the Monster Mash. Now everything's cool, Drac's a part of the band, and my Monster Mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent you.
Then you can mash.
Then you can Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
And do my graveyard smash.
Then you can mash.
You'll catch on in a flash.
Then you can mash.
Then you can Monster Mash. Easy, Igor, you impetuous young boy. Mash good.
Monster
Bobby Pickett isn't the only one who can do an imitation of Boris Karloff. Listen to mine.
Mr. Boogeyman, King of Blood, they used to call me. Marx Brothers make you laugh, Garber makes you weep, Orlock makes you scream.
Pretty good, huh? I'm working on Humphrey Bogart next. You see a lot of dead things on Halloween, so we're gonna hear a dead thing now. A song called Dead by a bunch of guys from Brooklyn, top of the food chain, who called themselves the Poets. Their lead singer, Ronnie Lewis, co-wrote the hit She Blew a Good Thing, and they recorded for Juggy Murray and his New York label, Sue. Here they are with A Tale of the Dead, the Poets.
I was jamming through the graveyard around 12:05. I saw ghosts and zombies looking very much alive. I was alone and bewildered, looking around when Dracula and Vampire came flying to the ground. The witches were flying, making dead man's time. The wolfman was chewing on the mummy's spine. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was singing a dead duet, while Frankenstein was out playing Russian roulette. You'll never catch me walking to the graves no more.
That was the Poets, and Dead. Well, the witching hour is almost upon us. Perhaps the best-known witches can be found in William Shakespeare's renowned play of calamity, hardship, and affliction called Macbeth. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat, and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blind worm's sting, lizard's leg and owlet's wing, for a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil in bubble. Double, double toil and trouble, fire burn in cauldron bubble. William Shakespeare, poet of deafness.
The possession of one's mind by the devil is a horrifying spectre. Listen to the scourging of the devil by this exorcist.
We're going to play a final song to exorcise all of the spirits. Here's June Christy to sing the Harold Arlen, Yip Harburg classic from the movie The Wizard of Oz. And I'm not talking about the baseball great, Ozzie Smith. I'm talking about the Wicked Witch of the West. Ding dong, she's dead.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch, old witch, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. Wake up, you sleepyhead. Rub your eyes, get out of bed. Wake up, the wicked witch is dead. She's gone where the goblins go. Below, 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 yo-ho. Let's open up and sing and ring the bells out. Ding dong, the merry-o. Sing it high, sing it low. Let them know the wicked witch is dead. She's gone where the goblins go. Below, 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 yo-ho. Let's open up and sing and ring the bells out. Ding dong, the merry-o. Sing it high, sing it low. Let them know the wicked witch is dead. Sing it high, sing it low. Let them know the wicked witch is dead.
There she goes, June Christy. She sounds awful happy about that witch being dead. I can't blame her. I guess if she's dead, it's safe to get out of here. So I'm going to leave the Abernathy building and go find myself some tricks and some treats. You be careful out there. We'll see you next week on Theme Time Radio Hour. Boo.
You've been listening to Theme Time Radio Hour with your host, Bob Dylan. Produced by Eddie Korodetsky. Associate producer, Sonny Webster. Continuity by Eats Martin. Edited by Damian Rodriguez. Supervising editor, Rob McCumber. The Theme Time research team, Diane Lapson and Bernie Bernstein. With additional research by Lynn Sheridan, Kimberly Williams, and Robert Bauer. Production assistance by Jim McBeam. Special thanks to Randy Azrati, Debbie Sweeney, Coco Shinomiya, and Samson Steiner. For XM Radio, Lee Abrams. Recorded in Studio B, the Abernathy Building. Studio engineer, Tex Carbone. This has been a Greywater Park production in association with Big Red Tree. This is your announcer, Pierre Mancini, speaking. Join us again next week for Theme Time Radio Hour when the subject is dance.